Today, I'm gonna give you 5 things I wish I knew when getting into whiskey. When I started getting into whiskey, I was obsessed with the idea of building a collection. I would go online, I would look at bottle reviews, and then I would buy it. The problem is, these high reviews that folks were leaving were people who already knew that they enjoyed this style of whiskey. As a beginner, I didn't even know what type of whiskey I enjoyed yet. So that brings us into the first thing I wish I did, which is try before you buy. Even in the same category, there is a ton of variation in flavor and quality. I love bourbon, but I don't love every single bourbon I try. For a fraction of the price of a bottle, you can try tons of amazing whiskeys at your local whiskey bars or your liquor store tasting rooms if you're lucky. If you don't like it, you saved yourself some hard-earned cash on a whiskey shelf princess. And if you do like it, you can now buy that bottle with total confidence. If I did this early on, I surely would have saved some precious dollars. But what about when you discover what you do like? How do you branch off to similar tasting whiskeys? Well, that brings us into the second thing I wish I did, which is understanding the labels. When getting into whiskey, this is easily one of the most confusing aspects. Distilleries are constantly using and abusing label buzzwords to increase quality perception of their bottle. Unfortunately, most of the time, it just creates consumer confusion. Now, since there's so many, I'm just gonna add these whiskey terms to the description of the video. I just don't wanna bore you here. Well, now that you know your vocab, you need someone to share your knowledge with. And that brings us to the third thing I wish I did earlier on, which is join local groups. Whiskey is not just about drinking, it's about drinking with good company. You can drink the finest and rarest whiskeys ever made, but if you're not sharing it with good company, it's not gonna be nearly as enjoyable as it could be. Local groups are everywhere, and this is a great opportunity to connect with like-minded people who share the same passion for whiskey that you do. So join a group, share your whiskey, I guarantee they will share back. This is also an amazing opportunity to try tons of whiskeys that your peers already love. I met so many amazing people that I now call friends through local meetups, and as we get older, it's not getting any easier to meet new friends, so join a group. Well, now that you understand what you like, you know your vocab, and you've got some drinking buddies, it is now time to explore your local distilleries. You're getting into whiskey at an amazing time. The industry is booming. Craft distilleries are popping up everywhere. These tours and tasting rooms that these distilleries offer are always fun and interactive for rookies and pros alike. It's a great opportunity to learn, see the process in person, ask questions directly to the person who makes the product you love, and also meet more like-minded people. Also, a big bonus is you're supporting local businesses and trying new things, which leads us into keep an open mind. When I got into whiskey, I didn't like most of what I drank. Drinking peated scotch damn near made me puke, and drinking anything over 100 proof burnt from one end out the other. And now, a short time later, I enjoy both of these things. Your palate will change and evolve over time. What you don't like today, you might like in a year. So if you've had something you didn't like, and it's been a while, give it another shot. Who knows, your palate might have changed and you might actually enjoy it now. Oh, and please do not write off an entire category of whiskey. That one bad bottle of Irish whiskey you had is not reflective of every single distillery in Ireland. Now, one thing that you can do that I didn't even have the opportunity to is watch the Thirstio content. Just kidding. No, but seriously, if you made it this far in the video, you are well on your way to being a whiskey pro. But maybe you like to smoke cigars. Maybe you like to smoke cigars with your whiskey. Well, if that's the case, you're gonna wanna watch this video now. I'll see you in the next one.